Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us today here on the show. We've got two nice games for you. First, we have a pretty good break, but it looks like nothing fell. So as player two steps up to the table and scans first the solids, then the stripes, it actually looks like the stripes look better. So we'll take that ball on the side, the little stop shot. Now we'll bring this cue ball back off this stripe, bring it straight back so we can get to this ball that's on the rail at the end or at the top of the table, and use the cue ball to come off naturally, break up that solid there away from the actually I think that was just another solid, so we'll use that ball to slow down the cue ball. Now we're going to come off the rail, put a little bit of low so it'll pull back down and leave us with this stripe here into the side pocket. Come off the rail and then back. Just make sure not to get buried behind that solid. And then I think what we'll do is take this lower stripe here first, bring the cue ball off the rail naturally, and then back up about half table, but just being careful again to keep away from the 8-ball there, so we didn't want to get buried behind it. Now, just put a little bit of draw, and that brings the cue ball back to where we have a perfect angle onto the 8 and take the win. The displeasure comes from not making a ball on the break, and when I shot this game, I was trying to go for the perfect games type 1, so that's why I was a little bit disappointed there. But that's okay, we can do a type 2 perfect game here as long as we drop all these balls, and everything looks pretty easy. So we'll come off this solid, and had I hit that a little bit harder, it would have been nice because I could have pushed that solid even closer, but we still have a nice look here at the one on the side. I think that's the 7-ball. And now we'll come off the rail here, just a touch, get this 1 ball, and we could either do a draw shot or we could do a follow, and we chose to kind of do the draw, squeeze that solid there a little bit, and they actually pushed it closer to the side, which was nice. So theoretically we should easily get these 3 balls for the type 2 perfect game. With that in mind, we go ahead and rush this 2-ball shot here. On the diamond tables, it's very tough because the pockets are a little bit smaller, and so you have to be so much more precise, and we screwed that up. So out of a fit of anger now, we'll put a little bit of heat on these balls, and just to kind of, without saying it, I show my disappointment. So guys, now we're on to game 2 here, and player 1 makes a nice break, and once again nothing falls. So unfortunately player 1 sits down, and player 2 will have to step up for his attempt. And let's see here, it looks like stripes are looking good on this game as well, so we'll take that 13 ball, put it out of its misery, as it were. Now we're going to have a nice look here on this stripe and then bring that solid. I was trying to break it off of the ball that was that solid looks like it's tied up with that stripe there. I was trying to break those 2 balls up, but unfortunately the cue ball didn't hit it, so we'll just have to take the 14 and try later. As you see, I came off the rail here. Now I have a nice look at the stripe into the side pocket and bump that, which looks like the 11 ball, just a touch. And now is where it gets a little bit interesting because we don't have a whole lot of good looks here. So I think what we're going to do is try this bank shot, and unfortunately nothing fell. So now it's the player 1's back up for his run out attempt as the balls lie, which is the worst kind of run out. It's called a type 3 run out, guys. We'll go ahead and take this 5-ball out. Now, after leaving ourselves nicely, kind of zigzagging the cue ball back off the 2 side rails, we go for that easy combo there, and it also broke up the solid from the stripe, which was nice. Come off the rail, back towards the middle of the table, take that solid. Now let's get rid of this 2-ball, and what we're going to want to do is bring the cue ball all the way down, and so we'll have a long look here, but at least it's pretty straight in. And this is where it gets a little bit tough, guys. We need to take the one ball out, and it's going to be an interesting leave. There's a number of things we could do, but I think what we're going to do in this case is come off the bottom rail and then back up. And then we'll have a nice look at the 8 ball into the left corner pocket here. And as you see, we drop that for the win. Get that type 3 run out of the way, and clean up these last 3 balls, these strikes. Perfect game off the table, obviously, but still nice to clean up these last 3 balls after running the solids. And you can kind of look at that as like a practice for your next games. Perfect practice makes perfect gameplay, guys, later. So always putting in a full effort. Even though the perfect game's off the table, still put in 100% effort. And do a little bit of drum roll there for me. And guys, thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.